11:11.
Theatrical Thursday.
11:11 conversations with Jen and Mao.
Oh, look at me, and I'm like this. Oh, hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
All right, I felt inspired to wear my shirt that says
Love.
love, the best
Love,
ingredient
love.
in the world. Here it is.
Love,
Love,
sweet
love.
love.
Thank you, my beautiful girl. You want to say good morning?
Love. You
Say
just
good
remind me of that song.
morning.
Love.
All righty.
Love
Buenos
changes
dias.
everything.
Woo,
How
we need
you live and how you die. Love can make the summers fly, or a night seem like a lifetime.
Love it.
Yes, love. Love changes everything.
Yes, it does.
How you live.
It cures everything.
All right, let's find you
everything
here
better,
on
makes life better.
Facebook.
Love, love, love.
Yeah,
love,
so
love,
good morning,
love.
all.
Buenos dias. Happy Thursday.
You are jumping
Theatrical
on
Thursday.
the magical elevator.
That's right.
On the magical.
Let's jump in as we wait for our 11:11 familia to join us. We've got our
Join us.
Our 11:11 familia captain, Ali Lot.
Our capitan.
And, we are so today is warm.
It is
right?
warm. But it's not. But it's nice because it's not like there's not. Whoa, what is this?
I know.
Did I scratch myself?
I think you scratched yourself.
Oh,
like wow!
I just noticed that right now.
Is that a razor bird?
Does it? Yeah, it might be.
Okay, let me see. Oh.
Huh. Look at that.
Alrighty. Well, so yes, let's jump into our magical elevator and go up to our magical 11th floor of the universe as we raise our vibration and raise our frequency and get into peak state. What is peak state? It's where you feel present in the moment and you feel at peace and like you got this. That is peak state, right?
I like that peak state.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you can definitely get in peak state in literally 90 seconds.
Yes.
How? By going to gratitude.
So what are you grateful for, ladies and gentlemen?
What are we grateful for? And
Juliana, come here. What are you grateful for? Share with an audience. What are you grateful for? Give us 3 things you're grateful for.
My family.
Family.
Our money.
Our money.
And my toys.
And your toys. Adrian, do not walk by without telling us what are you grateful for?
I love it. I love it. Well, I am grateful.
Did you see him like?
He's like.
I'm out.
I will be right back. I'm going to turn on the fan.
Yes, it is a bit hot.
It's a little hot in here.
It is a little hot, but also I think it's because you just got out of the shower. But it is.
Worked out.
You worked out, so your body is warm.
Yes. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
There we go. So
awesome.
How are we feeling this morning?
How's everyone doing?
I think we can start with our angel cards.
Yes, we can.
All right. Vamos a ver. Here we go. I'll just give it one more. And let's go. Answered prayer. Ladies.
Ooh, you guys answered prayers.
Answered prayer.
Let's see. Come
Vamos,
on.
vamos.
Answered prayer. Let's go.
Okay, we're going to go shake these up a little bit more. And here we go. Woo! I caught those. Ready and...
Are you going to pick it?
Oh, that's right. It's my turn.
Ooh, you pick
El
it.
turno mío. Okay, here we go. And higher consciousness.
Higher consciousness. Absolutely. I love it.
And
Higher consciousness.
it pretty,
That's
I
what
started
we've been working on.
Absolutely.
And that's what we work on here in 1111, right? That is the purpose of 1111.
Higher consciousness, the awareness of our, it's kind of, I think of what we're doing sometimes. The image that I get is dirty water.
Dirty water.
Dirty
and then
water.
what? And then we are lotus flowers.
In the
then
dirty
we water?
Start cleaning that water. For some reason, that always comes as an image in my head, that there's polluted water, and when people go in there and just start cleaning it, that for some reason, I don't know why it is.
Purified.
Yeah, I mean that's the image I always get with when I'm working on
mindset, or when we started 1111?
On mindset.
Oh.
When I'm studying mindset, I always think of water that has been polluted.
Speaking of water.
Here.
Oh, there it is.
Because water is clear,
yes.
right? So
I need it.
When I think of the mind, I think of we have been polluted with a lot of really bad programming.
Right.
Some programming that does not serve us. Right? So I don't know. I always get, because when water is clear, it's just clear. Right? You can see through it.
Yes.
But when it's polluted, there's stuff in it. There's yucky stuff, and it's brown. So I think of it like that. For some reason, I just want my mind to feel like clear water coming into it. So I just wanted to share that. For some reason, every single time I think of cleaning the paradigm, of upgrading, I think of clear, beautiful water.
I love it. It reminds me of when I went to St. John, those islands, that beautiful, crystal clear. Beaches
with the
are
coral,
so amazing.
With the coral,
right?
the coral and the white sand. It's really beautiful. Like our picture, basically when we were in Cancun, like this picture that you see here.
Right. Man, but see, the Cancun water is not as clear as it is in the like true Caribbean. Like you can literally see.
True Caribbean.
Like you can really see your toes through the water.
Well, it's like true form films, right?
Yeah.
This is how she came up with the
ripple. Exactly. That's what as the rain, the thunderstorm, the rain is coming through, then true form films comes in. The rain goes away, and that last drop ripples
into
to
this
the
beautiful
whole world.
water.
Yeah.
And that's how I don't think
that's a vision I got.
Yeah. Yeah. And it deals with water.
It does.
Because it's the truest form.
Exactly. So
that's how she came up with the purity water. And also I was thinking about it this morning, because I started listening to the audiobook of Grow and Think Rich.
Think and
Grow Rich. And pretty amazing stuff. I mean, it's all what we've been studying, but just to hear the story, because I keep hearing about the book, and I've never, ever read it.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to listen to it. So
I
that's my goal every morning is to get up and listen, because it's 10 hours. It's a 10-hour audio book. So
it is. It's a 10-hour book.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's happening? Is it?
I don't know if it was on.
It was on.
Let's see.
It was on.
There we go.
Yes.
Take 2. All right. Good morning. 1111 Conversations with Jen and Mal. Good morning. All right. So we got answered prayer.
Yes.
There we go. Answered prayer from our angel cards. Hello, Ismael Dorazororiri. Put your name on the comment box.
Ismael de la... No, Ismael. I can't even read it.
Imelda. So put your name on the comment box. in Instagram so that we can recognize your name and we can shout you out.
Give you a shout out.
And you can also go to our True Form Films YouTube channel and subscribe, and that way you can show up and your comments on our restream. And that way, for sure, we won't miss your name.
Yes. And if we do miss your comments, it's because we're not seeing them in our apparatus.
Exactly. So here we go. Fear not, beloved one. Your prayers have been heard and answered. All of your prayers are always answered. Sometimes you may not feel this way because the answer comes in unexpected ways. Perhaps you receive an intuitive feeling, or a new opportunity appears, or a book falls off the shelf. The angels answer our prayers very often by giving us ideas or information in these everyday ways.
Or Jen and Mal pull out a card.
Exactly. By drawing this card, the angels request that you be extra observant. Notice everything that you hear, say, think, and feel. Be especially alert to help that comes to you. Be especially alert to help that comes to you, right? And be sure to accept that help. You do deserve this assistance, and many times God enlists people to act as earth angels who bring you answers to your prayers. A lot of times, you know, we love to give help, right? But then it's hard to accept help, right? Like, put on the comment box if you resonate with that. That's always, for me, was a really hard thing to accept help or support from others. But I've always been the first person to help someone, right? And want to save the world. And a long time ago, I learned to accept the help as well, because when I'm helping, I feel good, right? So we need to give others that gift of being able to help and also be a support for you in your support system, right? In your support, in your team. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's important to allow yourself to also be helped.
Right.
Yeah, I think I used to have that same syndrome. Not anymore.
Right, like it would make me feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm receiving help, like I'm less than, or I'm like, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I'd rather you hate me than feel sorry for me. I used to say that.
And it's also like when you give somebody a compliment and you can't take it back, you can't receive it, you know?
Right.
Instead of just saying, oh, thank you. You're like, oh, no. You're right.
Oh, God,
like,
really?
like,
this thing, if someone says, oh, what a great shirt. Oh, this old thing?
Yeah. Receive the compliment.
Exactly. Receiving is also a gift. It's an actual skill to become a master receiver in life, right?
Because you think, when I used to suffer from the syndrome of not receiving it, I used to think it was, if I received it, it meant that there was my ego was dictating how, oh yeah, they're right. I am talented. And the thing is they're coming from a place of love, and you have to receive it with a place of love.
It's best for you to receive the gift because they are giving you a gift. And the more you receive, the more you're able to give without expectation of getting anything back from the person you're helping. So it's a beautiful synergy, right? That infinity energy of I help you, but then you help someone else, and then someone else helps me. So the suffering comes in when you're helping someone and then you expect them to give you the same in return. It's always nice, but there's the rub, and there's the suffering in life, because not always will the person that you're helping or giving something to, they're not always going to give you the same thing in return.
Well, that's the expectation, right?
Right.
Going back to
expectation.
the expectation that expectations can cause suffering.
Exactly.
If you're doing something to get something.
Right.
Right.
I am using, guess what? Allie. I feel the mosquitoes.
Really? I haven't felt them yet.
I feel them down here, and I'm gonna use
maybe
your
well, you
delicious.
are sweeter. You are sweeter.
Mira que lindo. The anti-bug. Anti-bug.
Your
I'm using
Mommy
it.
Rookie in the
I'm
house.
using it right
it's
now.
A Mommy Rookie.
Bendición, mami. Oh, saludos de Canary Islands, Tenerife.
Ooh, I love it.
Oh, I've always
Canary
wanted to
Islands.
go to the Canary Islands.
I love it. I forgot. You know,
I went to Spain so many times when my mom lived there, but I never got to go to the Canary Islands.
I've been to the Canary Islands, but I was only there for a few hours. Yeah, because when I worked on a ship, we went to the Canary Islands.
Oh, okay.
But I was there for like 8 hours.
Oh my gosh!
But
I've always wanted to go to Tenerife.
It's beautiful. It's really, really, really beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, so there you go, you guys. Answer prayers. Okay.
Answer prayer.
Accept the help when it comes.
Accept the love.
Be gracious, right? And don't be in a hurry to give it right back. Just really like accept the compliment. Say,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know, because a lot of times I'll go, I also learned this from other workshops that I've taken. It's like, you know, oh my God, you look so nice. Oh, thank you. You do too. You look great.
Yeah.
So you immediately, instead of like really receiving
land it. Yeah, letting it land.
Really going, thank you, and really loving yourself at that moment, you immediately want to throw it right back.
You're not comfortable. You're not comfortable.
You're not comfortable.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, notice that. I notice that if that's what you do. Higher consciousness.
So true. It's so true.
Right?
It's so true.
Higher consciousness.
There's something about, I remember when that used to happen and I used to throw it back. I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I felt uncomfortable.
Like, I felt
you look great. Oh, well, you do too. It's like,
yeah, I
right
felt
away.
Selfish, not
saying something back in return.
Saying something back. And it still happens to me, but I at least, oh, look at the beautiful butterfly. At least I just let it land first. And then I let the conversation keep going.
Yeah.
And then I give them a compliment.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, it's
now we actually make a whole thing out of it. Like when we give each other compliments, we go chicka chicka chicka. We're losing weight. Chicka chicka chicka. Your hair looks great. Oh, chicka chicka chicka.
All right, higher consciousness. Let's see.
I love higher consciousness. Again, because it really goes to what it is that this whole show is about, is higher consciousness, the awareness of what it is working and what's not working. The voices, when they come in, you're just aware of them and you're able to shift that paradigm and continuously growing and expanding it.
Exactly.
So it is the medicine. It definitely has become our medicine.
It's become our spiritual coffee.
Yes.
Right? Hay que todos los días empezar el día con estar presente en el crecimiento del alma, de la mente, del corazón.
And it's interesting you're saying that, because I decided yesterday that I was gonna do something different for the next couple of weeks, which was in the morning, just change the ritual a little bit to give me something new, you know, because I'm finding myself, you know how you start getting bored a little bit with what you've been doing.
Well, plateau, right?
I plateau. So I needed to change it up. So you know what I said? I'm going to read this. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do the book. That is my new ritual in the morning.
Check it. A celebrar.
If you think we're freaks, it's because we are.
A celebrar. We got to
celebrate good time. Come on.
All righty.
There's a party going on right here. It's a celebration going throughout the COVID year.
So bring your good
times and your bad times too.
Your laughter. No?
No, take your good. No, it is your laughter.
Oh,
I just changed the lyric to go
happened?
Take your good times and your bad times too, and let's just celebrate.
How about if we celebrate like this?
Now you're playing the character from the Addams Family.
It is Theatrical Thursday.
Cousin It. Your cousin It.
Hoy es el jueves de teatro. Let me see if I can read like this. No.
And if
Can't
people are
happen.
just joining, they're like going, what is happening right now?
All righty. So
We're having a
higher
good time.
consciousness. You want to do this one?
I don't have I had to
Oh,
take
you
my,
didn't put them on,
no,
huh?
I put them on, I took them off because they were bought. There was something about them today.
Oh,
So I think
really?
I need new ones. That's why
Got it.
you know?
Got it. All right. You are receiving guidance from your true self. Your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. Boom!
Whoa!
Listening to love rather than fear. Estamos escuchando, estamos prestándole atención al amor en vez de el temor. Hay que enfocarse en amor, no temor. Oh, that rhymes in Spanish.
Enfocarse en el amor, no el temor.
That's awesome. So you got to, concentrate and really focus on love and not fear, right? This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You have been asking for divine guidance, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or a yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Absolutely, right? I mean, doing this work and getting together every morning has done that for me, and I know it's done it for you.
Absolutely, because
and I know we've heard it from many of you that it's also lifted your spirits and quieted your mind.
And also the way it serves us is that it's like we're teaching it, right? So the more we teach it, the more it's ingrained into our nervous system. So it's a repetition thing for us also. So we get so much out of also
so
being of
it's
service
about-
to you than
Exactly.
you are also service to us.
That's why when we end, it's like we're here for each other, because in the teamwork and in being there for each other and being together, that's where we're stronger, and that's where bigger things can happen, right?
Yeah.
So let's continue here. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. That too.
Absolutely.
Adamantly decided to improve your life, period. That's it. It's a decision. It is a choice, right? Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Whichever route you are taking is working very well. Now the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher self and consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. Affirmation. I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. That is awesome. Esta tarjeta me encantó porque habla de que estamos practicando callar la mente y estar bien presente a la voz interna de Dios que uno tiene y el higher consciousness, que es una conciencia, tener una conciencia más alta, más espiritual, y que sigamos haciendo el trabajo y que sigamos haciendo los ejercicios todos los días, porque es una práctica diaria. Who do we have?
So Mario Juarez,
All right,
prayers,
Mario.
thankful for being my Earth Angel team.
All right,
You love
yay.
being your angel Earth team.
Mónica Trasclair, las Canarias son
El Hawái español.
precioso clima y gente y paisajes. Sí, mi amor, I know, mi españoleta bella. Yes, we've got Mónica from Louisiana and
Trasclair.
And Mr. Trasclair.
I love that last name because it sounds like a candy, right?
Trasclair. Yes, Trosclair, he was a teacher in my high school, and we became
It's
very
so
good
funny because
friends.
when I met him, I never thought he was your teacher. I thought it was what
he was never my teacher, but he was a counselor, so that's how I got to
and
know
I thought
him.
he was just in your class when we met.
Right. Well,
In my
yeah,
head,
'cause
it was just-
it's funny because
he doesn't look older than any of you.
Well, he's just a few years older, like really, like.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we were talking about that in our 30. Oh wow! In our 30th reunion that we just had last year. Yes, he was saying, it's funny because we're just like a few years older than you guys, and it seemed like such a huge jump because we were all like 16, 17, and then they were like 21, 22, 23. Their first like teaching job at this awesome private school in Miami. So for us, it was like, whoa, they're so much older than us. That's so funny. And now we're like,
wise.
Right? And now it's like we're the same age. It's amazing. Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Louisiana, I love going through Louisiana.
I know.
New Orleans.
Yes. Well, last time we drove across country about 10 years ago when we first started going out, and our sister right here.
I went
Come
on.
Say hi.
I went on the road with both the sisters in a little Toyota.
We were taking her across country
to Miami
to start her nursing school, and she wanted to take a huge flat screen TV. Here she is. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, say hi to our beautiful baby sister.
I wanted that big old TV.
And we still have it. We still
she
have
wanted
it.
to take the television inside of her little
Nissan Versa.
Nissan Versa.
Okay, imagine that. And I'm like, it's not going to fit. She's like, I'm going to
make it fit. I'll
like,
put it on the roof if I have to.
I'm like, nope,
No, it's not
not
going to
happening.
make it. You can't put a TV on the roof of a Versa.
That
And
was funny. What about the wax hand?
oh my God. There was
yeah.
a wax hand
And
that
then
she was like that she was like adamant about taking it. By the time we got to Miami, that thing was like
melted.
Oh,
it was her and her boyfriend's hand that they got it in some fair.
And I told her, I said, this thing is not going to make it. We're going to be in a hot car.
That's funny.
And guess what I learned? Never to drive with her sister and Jennifer driving across
country. But we did. And so why do we even start talking about that? Because we stopped in New Orleans to visit Chris and Monica and meet their new beautiful baby girl, Monica. And now she's what, 9?
Crazy.
How old,
crazy,
how old is
crazy.
she? Oh my God.
But the beauty about good friendships, right? Lasting. So it's also going about saying the beauty of having a lasting friendship when there's just always love. Because every single time I see you talk to Chris or to Mr. Trosclair, to all your friends from Miami, though you guys don't see each other very much, there's always love. There's mutual love. There's mutual respect. There's camaraderie.
Right.
And that is where true friendship lies, right?
Exactly.
When you know that you can pick up the phone and be there.
Exactly. Yes.
So let's go to determination and power.
Determination and power. La determinación. Okay.
You sounded so Venezuelan right now.
La
determinación. La determinación.
Just as one cannot graduate from school without passing a test, one cannot become a Buddha without defeating devilish functions.
Higher consciousness, ladies and gentlemen.
Up there.
Up there.
To the extent that we struggle against and defeat such obstacles, we approach Buddhahood. So this is, I love this little book. It's called Determination, and it's written by Daisaku Ikeda, and it's part of my Buddhist practice. And we've been with this, this is the little book that we keep reading over and over again because it's repetitious.
Yeah. And also know that Jen practices pretty much every religion in the world. She is
I'm a theologian.
She loves and appreciates every religion.
Why?
Explain to me.
Because we are all one. And it doesn't matter where we're from. We all believe in love. We all believe in family. We all believe in in unity. We all want to be happy, and it depends on where you were born, the religion that you were in, that you inherited. And so I find that super fascinating. So and since I was really young, that's why I wanted to be a nun. One of my choices was being a nun, believe it or not.
Thank God she didn't become a nun.
Yeah, so
not because there's anything wrong with being a nun, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Mutual love with us. We're moving in. Yes. Monica is 9 and Pamela and Raul are moving in. Let's go. You know, they put a house for sale across the street, literally right across the street from us. There's a house for sale. They had been fixing it up and they finally put the for sale sign. I was like, oh, imagine.
Imagine if your sister could live across the street.
Or let's go, Pammy and Raul. Go, come buy this house.
I think they're very happy in their apartment.
I know.
I don't want a big space. They're good where they are.
I get it. That's fine.
That's tremendous. So let's go with our book.
Okay, so power. Think it, do it. You have the power to do it. Today, look at this. Today is interesting. Boredom. I embrace my peace as I invite safe entertainment into my space. I am interested and interesting. I am interested and interesting. So during this time, people have been very bored. I mean, we've been hearing a lot. Oh, I'm so bored. Oh, it's been so boring, right? There's nothing to do. Well, this little book talks about boredom.
But it also goes back to the conversation about the stuff that the 7 steps that you were talking, that human beings need variety. So we
the 6 human needs.
So boredom is part of like, I need
uncertainty.
variety.
So you want uncertainty. You want some adventure. You want something, a little spice in life, right? Totally. So here's the higher consciousness conversation to have instead of going, I'm so bored, right? Is I embrace my peace as I invite safe entertainment into my space. How appropriate is that for now, right? Safe entertainment. I am interested and interesting. Boredom is a transition stage of curiosity that often mislabels one as a disinterested and therefore boring person. This is a stage of curiosity where you either do not know what you would like to do, so you continue to do or think the same thing, or you start to crave new information and take the action to find out what is next. Take the action to find out what is next. So when you're feeling bored, that's cool. That's the first time that I see that.
Which goes back to why I needed to switch up my morning.
Exactly.
Got to do something because I'm
started to get bored.
But my state was like, I need something that's
to challenge you because you've already gotten to that level.
You know, so I need something new information. Now I'm craving it.
Exactly.
Now my body is craving this new insight, this new knowledge. Like, give it to me.
Exactly. Okay, so procrastinators. Ooh, who's a procrastinator? Who's been a procrastinator? I there should be like a group, and instead of I am an alcoholic.
Yeah, Procrastinators Anonymous.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. I am a procrastinator.
I think I was like that as a through my 20s, a procrastinator.
Oh my God! Yeah, no,
I don't feel like
I've gotten so much better at it. Yeah, no, definitely. But procrastination, it shows up because you're afraid, right?
Fear.
Because fear. So if you go to the love and you go to the why must I do this? Why? What is my why? Like, why is the must? And think of the result and think of why you want to do this. Then all of that fear that stops us, you just go through it. And you're like, no more procrastination. Let's just get this shit done. Oh, yeah. That I said it. I said it.
I like it.
All right. So.
Hello, Glenn Larry.
Good morning. I would procrastinate, but I don't have the time. I love it. Procrastinators allow themselves to be distracted or pretend to be disinterested as an excuse to not take positive action.
As an excuse. Listen to that as an excuse.
New information can challenge and renew you. Discover the information you need so you can pursue your curiosity. So that you can pursue your curiosity. Remember, interested is interesting. Pammy, I know you're going to love this. Remember,
Sorry, guys, I'm stretching my back. If you're watching,
interested is interesting.
Interesting.
You have the power to take action to satisfy your curiosity and make boring fun. So the next time you say, oh my God, I'm so bored, go, oh, that's my curiosity talking to me.
Like I need
So
something.
that means that we need to look for something.
Let me pick up a book. Oh, let me listen to an audiobook.
Yeah.
Or let me start working out.
Exactly.
There's no reason.
Let me call someone,
to-
right?
to
Let them
be-
know how much I love them.
We know we crave variety, right? We
Mhm.
know we crave variety. And right now, through these uncertain times, take a look at what habits you can change and take one step. You don't have to do all of them at the same time, because then you start beating yourself up. Take one at a time.
Exactly.
Don't overwhelm yourself.
Answered prayer and
Higher consciousness.
So let's go to our meditation and hold that answered prayer and higher consciousness present in your mind, heart, and body.
I just remembered the moment in the movie Grease when she does the bell,
Oh,
and then
right.
the other teacher starts doing.
that
Remember that moment?
movie, I love that movie. I know, I love that movie forever and ever. That movie is what made me want to be an actress. I totally, oh my gosh. And since today's Theatrical Thursday, I'm going to tell you a story about John Travolta and when I met him. So don't go away. Let's do our...
Interested is interesting is my mantra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do our meditation. Take a deep breath.
While you do that, I'm going to find something here.
Join us in our meditation, my love. Oh, yes. Put your hand on your heart and be present to the love that's in your heart, to the gratitude that's in your heart. What are you grateful for? Make sure that you are present to your gifts, to all the blessings in your life, every single day, every single moment. When you start to feel low energy or start to feel bad about something, switch it. In a split second, you can switch it back to what is good about this and what am I grateful for right now. The quality of our lives lives in the quality of our questions. So if you start asking, why is this happening to me? You're going into victimhood. But if you say, what can I learn from this? Then you are taking responsibility and being the leader and the champion of your life at every given moment. So, feel the love in the heart. Sientan el amor en el corazón, la gratitud de la vida, todo lo que le dan gracias a Dios. En el momento que se sientan mal, denle gracias a Dios por todo lo que tienen y cambien el enfoque en el problema y enfóquense en la solución y la bendición de ese reto, para que nunca se sientan como víctimas, sino que se sientan como campeones, siempre pensando como un campeón. Ok, ¿cuál es el problema? ¿Cuál es la solución? ¿Cuáles son todas las bendiciones que tenemos? So when you have a problem, when the problem shows up, look at it and listen to it as a champion that you are, from your champion perspective and not from your victim perspective. Because they're always going to be there, and you're always going to have that choice to look at things from the the victim side of you or the champion side of you. Take a deep breath. Yes. And now, as champions that we are, we have the capability to forgive and let go of any anger, any resentment, all that yucky stuff that's holding you back from living your full potential, from letting your answered prayer come to fruition. Just forgive. Forgive those that hurt your feelings. Forgive those from the past that still haunt you and come up out of nowhere. Just forgive it and let it go. Forgive those voices that don't serve you, that don't empower you. Dejen ir y perdonen. Ahora que tenemos la capacidad como campeones de perdonar, perdonen todos los días, a cada momento. Perdónense, perdonen a todos los que hacen daño sin saber y sabiendo. Dejen ir toda esa ira, todo ese resentimiento. Desen ese regalo de perdonar. It's a gift to be able to forgive. It's a gift. Give yourself that peace, that infinite love, that self-love. Being able to forgive is the antidote of true love for yourself and for humanity. We're all learning. We're all imperfect. And loving yourself first, no matter what, will help you forgive. And now, visualize that prayer answered. Today, the angels tell us it is answered. Your prayers are being answered right now. Your consciousness is at a higher state. It's at a higher frequency. And you get to say how high you want to go. So see it, feel it, celebrate it in your heart, celebrate it in your mind, celebrate your life, celebrate all of those around you, celebrate life itself. Just the sheer fact that we're here together spiritually, celebrating this amazing spiritual party every day is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful, and that makes me so happy. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Celebrate.
What?
Celebrate.
Dance to the music. Celebrate. Celebrate. Dance to the music.
Woo!
You know, something very interesting happened.
Woo! Woo! Celebrate.
Ooh, ooh.
Celebrate.
Oh,
Dance to the music. Love
you
it.
freaking
Love.
rock.
You rock.
You are
You
awesome.
rock. Hug people. Hug. Oh my God, qué rico. Hug whoever you're with. Abracen con quien estén en este momento. Abracen con quien estén. Whoever you're with, just love.
Oh
and
my
hug
God.
each
I
other.
took such a deep breath that I can't stop yawning.
Oh, that's good.
Oh
And
my
then
God. That's correct breathing, by the way, ladies and
look
gentlemen.
hug
Woo!
and love yourself.
Oh,
Hug and love yourself. If you're by yourself, hug yourself. If you're with someone you love them. If you're with a stranger, well, right now you can't really go give free hugs unless they're, open
open
right?
for the free hug.
Open for the free hug. You can ask, right?
You just don't open your mouth.
Exactly. You
Just
go.
go. I took a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I just all of a sudden I just started yawning.
Nice. Amén por esas bendiciones que nos da nuestro Padre Celestial todos los días. Amén.
Amen.
Yes, I meet John too.
Fraser Ellis in La Casa.
I love it. Hello, everyone.
How are you, Fraser? Hope all is well in Baja.
All right. Oh, look, my mom says, chicky, 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 chicky,
Chicky,
chicky,
chicky, chicky, chicky, chicky. So,
all right. Woo. Wow.
So if you're just
That was
joining
awesome.
us for the first time, you have joined 1111 Conversations with Jen and
and
Mao.
Mao.
We are on Restream on our channel on YouTube, True
Yes.
Form Films.
Mhm.
You can also find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and
Yes.
make comments because this
Exactly.
is a very
True Form
interactive.
Films. It is. It is. It is. So today is Theatrical Thursday, and I wanted to share a show that I just discovered that I really enjoy. It's called Queen Gambit, and it's about this young lady in the 60s that a prodigy of chess, and she became orphaned. So there's the drama of it, but then the gift that she has, and it's really interesting. And I know that you lost interest after the fourth
No, I
episode,
didn't lose it.
but for me, I just love the stillness of the show and her drive and obsession with chess and learning about it.
But she needs to join the 11-11 conversation.
Yes. Oh, no, yeah. But what I'm saying,
it's destructive genius, right?
Well, that part of her really I resonate with, because that's how I feel when I first started acting. That's exactly how I was so driven. I was taking classes. It was like literally a 24/7
laser
thing,
focus,
super laser focus, and it's just a reminder of when you want something, you must become obsessed with it.
No, but let me say this. Okay, you have an obsession, but the thing is that the character's obsessed, but yet she is a drunk, and yet she's with.
That's not what
doing
I'm talking
drugs.
about, though.
You have it again.
I'm talking about her being. That's exactly what I said.
She's a broken genius.
Well, but
who needs to join 11-11 conversation?
Yes, she does need to join 11-11 and Alcoholics Anonymous. But it's her dedication to what she loves, the one thing that she truly loves and is so good at, and is just willing to she's dedicated her whole life to it. That's the part that
that fascinates she suffers in the genius of it, because when she loses, she makes it mean that she's not good enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect example of us seeing one thing and getting.
We're talking about the show.
No, I
different
know,
points of view. That's why I sort of like
different points of view. What you got, what you get.
What
from
I'm
the
watching
show,
it,
and what I'm getting from the show, and what's holding me to watch it, and I want her to win, is because I want her to win
in life.
And not be so destructive
with
herself.
That's right.
Because what she's got, that gift, it's like, don't lose that gift, because everything else in your life, all the bad habits that you have. Well,
it's like it's a perfect example. Somebody like Robert Downey Jr., who we all love as an actor,
right? And
how he was able to pivot and change his life, because we all knew of his genius. I mean, from the moment he started in movies like Less Than Zero or Weird Science, right? Weird Science.
So much. I cried
Man,
for like 2 weeks.
You watch Robert Downey Jr. and he's just a fantastic.
I can't wait to work with him.
Actor that when you watch him pivot and be able to really have this reborn life, that we're so happy for him.
Exactly.
And he had his demons, right?
Yeah.
His
like
demons
we all
took
do.
over.
Absolutely. So what shows have you been watching? Anyone? Any new shows?
I started watching Cobra Kai. I hadn't been able to watch it, and I'll tell you, yes, everybody talks about how campy it is. I love the campiness. It makes me smile because it takes me back to the 80s. They do a lot of 80s stuff. They bring back the old movie.
Yeah.
They brought
Miyagi
really was great, and how they deal with all of it. It's so much fun to watch. Plus, I've always been a fan of Ralph Macchio.
He's so sweet looking.
He's just
like I would
so much
really
fun to
love
watch.
to work with
both of them, and they look fantastic.
Yeah,
those two have aged
really
well.
Yeah.
So it's so fun to watch. It really, truly is.
Yeah.
If you love nostalgia, which I do, I love watching it.
Yeah, definitely. Estamos hablando que hoy es jueves de teatro y empezamos a ver un programa que se llama El Cobra Kai, que es de la película Karate Kid de los 80. Entonces son los dos actores que están haciendo este programa de televisión. Y bueno, le está encantando. Y a mí me está encantando un programa que se llama Queen Gambit, que es de una muchacha que es una experta, pues una genio en jugar ajedrez. Está súper interesante.
But also, going to Cobra Kai, it's the if you put it on mindset and how you become a victim of your own life. You know, the Billy character, the guy who in the first movie is the rich guy, the blonde with the good looks and had everything in the world. It switches in the series, right? And you see how he became a victim of loss, a victim of what they did to him, and that's how his life became because of everybody. He's a victim,
right? Blaming everyone, not
and then
taking responsibility.
You see
the underdog.
You see the underdog in success,
having a good life, right?
Having a good life, but yet there's a breakdown with the kids,
right?
And him trying to be a father and be Mr. Miyagi, and he can't be Mr. Miyagi. So he also now it turned, but still has challenges, even when he's got all the money.
It's very real.
It's very real life, very real life.
Yeah.
Which tells you nobody's perfect.
Yeah. And there's always going to be challenges, and it's who are you going to be in the face of the challenges, and so yeah, I think that both of these series show that, because this girl has a really beautiful heart, and she's had a rough life, and she has this gift,
But also interesting that both characters in the first Karate Kid, we didn't like the blonde kid because he was. But in this, you see a three-dimensional character. They humanize him because he is the antagonist, but
then you understand why. Because
it comes from.
He was abused as a child.
As a child, you don't know the backstory of it, so it humanizes this character to a point where, like, you start kind of going. One moment you're with Ralph, and then you're with Billy, and then you're with Ralph, and it's really funny. There's a toss-up going on in the show. It's pretty good.
And it's especially because we come from that Karate Kid time where we were like, we were all for the Karate Kid.
Yeah, like, kick him! Kick him!
That's funny.
All right, I remember the line, finish him!
Oh my God, that's funny.
We watched something that blew us away last night.
I used to periodically have lunch. I used to periodically have lunch with Helen Renee at the Motion Picture Gym. She lived in the facility there, and she was the most amazing woman. Last night, we saw Helen Reddy's story, and I really got teared up. She was the first one to pave the way for equality for women. It's an amazing story, and you might want to jump in on it. It's on Amazon. Helen Reddy. Okay, Reedy. We will definitely check it out. Helen Reedy.
Absolutely.
On Amazon.
Yes.
Love it. That's great. Yeah.
Yes.
It's, there's a lot of wonderful stories out there, and it's, as we are doing our inner work, watching and binging and seeing how they put it in the writing, like the determination and your drive.
No, it's the drama, right? It's
the drama, and then the obstacles, and so then it's
what drives the character.
Exactly. So it's really fascinating to be doing all this inner work, and then seeing what we love to do, which is telling stories. We can appreciate it in a deeper level.
Well, because we've always wanted to make movies that actually make a difference in the world, which is unfortunately Hollywood is more interested in making action films and killing people and machines than in stories
stuff, right?
and then stories that uplift humanity. Mm-hmm. We are interested in making stories that lift humanity, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth, and we got to live within our own integrity. Of the kind of movies that we want to make.
Exactly, and we've got Ruben Padilla in the
Ruben Padilla,
and it says Ready.
Ruben
Ready. You got it. Renee, ready.
Is watching you. Oh, I'm watching you, Ruben.
We're watching you, Mister.
I don't call him Ruben. I call him Rubes.
Ruben.
Ruben sounds so not what I call him.
Well,
I call him Rubes. I've always called him
right.
Rubes.
I know.
You know,
That's
not
right.
Rubs, but Rubes. Because sometimes when I say, Siri, call Rubs, she goes, call in Rubs, Rubes. It's very, yeah. Okay. I'll change the subject.
Moving on. All right, let's go back to.
Okay, here we go. Better conversation.
Yeah. That's so perfect.
So, what a perfect segue. Better conversation. All right. By now, you probably have a basic understanding of actions and components that you have used in building your box. You're also probably somewhat clear about why you want to build a very large box to live in. Mainly, it feels good. Remember, your conversations create your box. When you build a large box, you live a life that is more productive and more meaningful. Since you are 100% responsible for building the box in which you live, listen to that again. Since you are 100% responsible for building the box in which you live, it makes good sense to begin using certain tools that are available to everyone.
Yes.
Understanding and knowing about these tools is not enough. You must use them on a daily basis in order for them to make a difference in your life. Repetition, repetition, repetition.
Yep. I love that.
Tony Robbins.
Repetition is the mother of all skill and the mother of improvement. Just improvement and progress. And that is what, if we feel that we're making progress, that's when we feel fulfilled and happy. It doesn't matter how much progress, it's just baby steps. It's okay. And acknowledging yourself for making those baby steps is huge. And celebrating every step of the way. That has been a huge lesson for me during this time, because I look back at my life and I'm like, man, I've been so hard on myself, not really giving myself that celebration of look how far you've come. Just because you haven't reached that big, huge goal doesn't mean that you got to suffer throughout.
Or that you got to give up. Again, it goes back to expectation, right?
Yeah.
We have this linear way of thinking.
Celebrating the
wins, every win.
Celebrating every day.
Every
win that
so
you
true.
had. Like working out this morning for me, it was a win. And I'm like, yay, you know? And before it was like, oh yeah, I worked out, but
I still got this here.
But I still got this.
Yeah.
I work out, but I'm still not as good. And it's like, oh my God, where did I get all of that? And you know
one of
now
things,
I'm like, chill, more zen.
But I think also one of the biggest things that we've also gotten this year is mentorship. Yes, really looking for mentorship has been huge for us.
It's so huge.
It really is looking at the way you want your life to go and model it with people who have done it, who are making it work. That's why we've really truly have fallen in love with Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins and
Bob Proctor, and
all these.
They're all available. Everything is available online.
These guys who, when I look at somebody like Dean, if you don't know who Dean Graziosi, look him up. He's got an incredible, successful business. He's an entrepreneur at heart. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got beautiful children. Lives in this incredible looking place, but also serves.
It has a huge
He has a humanity that
and he's authentic and he cares.
Totally. So
he's real people.
We started realizing that we didn't have really a lot of. I don't have.
No,
there's not mentorship. We
didn't grow up with
mentorship with these incredible.
It just became
actors. Yes, people that I wanted to emulate. Raul Julia.
Right, but
not spiritual, like opening a business
self-development.
Not self-development, and finding all these people has really been transformative for us, that we just can't get enough of them.
And now we want to give it back to you, and all of us grow together in this world.
So look for mentorship. If you know you're lacking something, look for people that have done it. Again, don't go to people and ask about finances who are broke,
Exactly.
who don't know, don't, if you're looking to improve your marriage, don't go to a marriage that are having problems or are constantly talking bad about their wives or are divorced. Those are not the people to go to talk to about how to have a successful marriage. If you want to get your body in top shape, look to somebody who's living it. They are proof of what they are doing.
Absolutely.
Just reading things and not, but there is no action around it.
Right.
You got to have action around it, and
got to put the tools in.
Yes.
In practice.
And
absolutely. Okay, so I love you, babe.
I love you too, my love.
I love it when you get super passionate like
I do, because I realize how much impact these guys have made in my life, and I'm addicted. I truly have become like, because we're talking about mastery.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So we're continuously in that mastery that my body's like, okay, next level,
to the
next level, next level. You need to go up to the next level. And people who know me, who have known me since my 20s,
like rubs,
that I have been always dedicated to what I do. I've always been clear about what it is that I wanted to do.
Oh, there's a huge aha moment we had this morning. Yes.
Yeah. So but there's certain things that I know that if I would have known, would have shifted so much in my life, right? Mm-hmm. So my pattern goes back to, my God, if I would have had this insight, if I would have. So guess what? My why is to put this into my children.
Yes.
So they don't have the same suffering around it. Now, I will know that we cannot avoid suffering for anybody. They will suffer their own sufferings.
Exactly.
But if I can give them tools right now that can help them avoid some of the suffering, man, that just drives me.
Right.
Just drives me.
So what became really clear to me, and I know that to you as well, because when we were talking about it, you were listening to Think and Grow Rich this morning, and he's like, you and I have had that drive and that why and that passion and that purpose of what we love to do, which is acting. And for over 25 years, we've been nonstop with it. And it's what we love, right? The only thing looking back that we would change is the suffering around it and the waiting, because it is a challenge, and because it's from audition to audition and gig to gig, that the in-between has been the biggest challenge for us. And I know for all actors and all artists that choose this life, right, which is a beautiful life. So right now we're not suffering because we are really filling those gaps and those moments to moments with self-development. And with building other businesses.
And when we are having moments of suffering, we are able to pivot quickly.
Well, we're able to see it and go,
look, that's that old voice.
Story.
That's voice number 4. That's right. There.
And the old story. And it's practicing it and practicing it.
Repetition.
And staying focused on all of your goals.
Which is why we like wearing the Never Give Up from the hats that we got.
Having the reminders,
never give up,
and putting like signage.
One of
where you can see it.
For me, one of the saddest things for me in my heart is my second brother was a musician, and he had really some success in South America, and sort of after a while he just gave up. He gave up because of expectations, right? He gave up. He started, he's doing a regular job that he likes, it's okay. It's
he really
comfortable.
Enjoys it.
He's making
it makes
money.
Him feel strong.
He enjoys it, but I think he's convinced himself that he enjoys it. I don't think he truly loves it, right?
Okay.
And he's not living out his true passion. And man, if I could give him the gift of not giving up, of continuing amongst the voices of, because we all go through them. Okay, I might not be talented enough, or I might not good enough, or good looking enough, or I'm never gonna get there because other people's limitations. And the thing is that we're very clear that we've heard, oh my God, acting is so tough, and we're like,
it is, but
it is,
but let's go.
When you are truly passionate The thing is that
Everything
you
is.
got to truly be passionate.
Everything.
If you're
is
truly
a
passionate
challenge.
about something, like we are about
We're
acting,
so passionate.
there is nothing
We need
else
help.
that we want to do.
Exactly.
And that's the driving force in our life. It's the passion of what it is that we do that drives us.
Yeah, it was the determination, having the determination, having the power that if you think it, you feel it, and you will do it. And we have, it's just the quality of our emotions
Beautiful.
through the journey of our choice of our life. And that's where we want you to, this is what we really want to, for it to land for you, whatever it is that you are choosing to do in your life. There's always challenges, and it's always hard, but there's also so many wins. So through the challenge, there's the wins and the celebrations and the progress. Celebrate that, because that's what you're going to fill your heart with, fill your spirit with, and it's going to keep you going, right? And in the waiting, don't wait. As actors, you auditioned, you have callback, keep moving. Don't wait. What's next? Get your book. Keep working on that project that you're, really diversified. Work on, right now as actors, we need to become creative content creators, and it is the time to do that. So it's always, that's why I love our friend Banghe created actors slash. So we're actors slash producers slash writers slash directors slash entrepreneurs, so that when the acting is happening, you're in it. Then when you've got the downtime, then you're in the other slash. So you never feel like you're falling behind, or you never feel empty, and you never feel like, So anyways, enough of our chatter here. We really hope and pray that it lands and that it resonates.
And it comes from a place of love.
And it gives you some kind of insight, aha moment, and a takeaway in what you're pursuing in your life. The world class chooses repentance over blame. It is important to admit your mistakes and do so before you are charged with them. I seize the earliest opportunity to assume the blame. So a devastating trait of the middle class is their tendency to blame other people, circumstances, and events for their shortcomings. While average performers avoid responsibility for their failures, the world class tends to repent. The heart of the champion's consciousness is the belief that all of us are responsible for our own success, failures, and errors in judgment. With this level of conviction, the great ones usually choose to repent, as opposed to making excuses or blaming others. They are the first to apologize and the last to lash out. Many times they take responsibility for breakdowns or failures not directly related to their own actions. This behavior stems from the belief that their elevated level of awareness makes them responsible for watching out for others who are less aware. It's the parent taking responsibility for the child's behavior. While average performers are too busy protecting their egos, the world class operates from a spirit-based consciousness. This gives them the power to change their minds and beliefs if a more accurate truth is realized. Without their ego getting in the way, the great ones have evolved enough to recognize the damage their ego can inflict in any given circumstance. While most champions possess a very healthy ego, they use it to fuel their ambitions, not govern their behavior. In other words, when it comes to interacting with people and problem solving, they bypass their egos and tap their spirits. When champions are wrong, they repent, take responsibility, and apologize. The spirit-based consciousness creates an emotional connection with people and fosters more harmonious relationships. Boom.
Boom.
Right there, people. From our hearts to your
to yours.
hearts.
We
Okay,
love
hasta
you.
mañana. Nos vemos.
We have a beautiful guest
Oh,
here
yes.
with us
Yes,
right
we
now.
do. Yes, we do.
One of the most wonderful Latina actresses,
Yes.
Renee Victor.
Well, today's Theatrical Thursday. Can we?
Yes,
can you
let's
come in
have
and
her.
say
Come
hello?
on. Come here, Renee.
Yes, our beautiful Renee Victor.
Our beautiful Renee Victor.
You can see
Can
her.
I take off my mask?
Absolutely.
Oh, ho, ho.
Look at this
Esta es
classy.
una actriz preciosa que hemos trabajado, nos conocemos hace más de 20
Yo
años.
creo que sí. Yo
Sí.
creo que sí. Sí.
And you might recognize her from the abuela in Coco,
Yes.
the movie Coco.
The grumpy one.
The
Yes.
grumpy abuela in Coco.
Grumpy Crouchy.
And guess
Uh-huh.
what? We have the honor that we get to put her on tape today for an audition.
Exactly.
We get
We're
the
so
honor
grateful.
to have her here in our studio.
It's my complete honor to be here for you two to be doing me this favor. Oh, because I am so untechno savvy, darling. No, don't tell me. No.
Well, guess what? We've
That's
become through this
We've learned so
much. Look,
Yes.
we have a show on Restream that goes out.
There's
to,
my mom. Buenos días, buenas tardes, bienvenida al programa.
So
Yes.
this is a show
Buenos
that called,
días.
it's called 1111
Conversations with Jen and Mal, and today's Theatrical Thursday. So tell them what you what you're up to. You're on the Netflix show Gentified too. You can see
I was on
Gentified.
Gentified, and I was previously on Vida,
Uh-huh.
and I was submitted for an Emmy nomination. I didn't get it, but I was happy
That's
anyway.
fantastic.
But I was more recently on All Rise,
Oh,
and I'm about to do another one, a repeat on All Rise next week.
fantastic.
return
So
on the
you're
show.
recurring. I
That's
love it.
beautiful.
That's
we'll see.
fantastic.
Well,
Okay.
Well, we're so happy for you, and have always been admirers
Yes.
of your.
And
your,
she's also played my mommy. She played my mommy.
You know
in
that
a-
Renee
in a
and I have
commercial.
never worked
Hizo papel
together.
de mi
No,
mami en
no,
un,
we
en un
haven't.
comercial. Sí.
Es cierto, es cierto.
Sí, sí, sí. Y entonces la pueden ver en el programa de Gentified y también el programa de All Rise y Vida.
Mhm.
Y la película.
Dead to Me, I was
Dead
in
to
Dead to Me.
But you know what's funny is that I hadn't seen the credits on Coco,
No.
but as soon as your character started speaking, I automatically
You're like-
knew it was you.
No
And I
way.
didn't even know you were in the movie until I'm like, oh my God, that's Renee's voice.
Qué
Oh.
guapa está la señora, dice Ana
Ay.
María Somara de España.
Oh, gracias,
So
muchachos.
we have
Vale.
Ajá, sí. Entonces, ella está en la película Coco, es la voz de la abuelita.
Sí.
Para que cuando, si quieren ver la película de nuevo, pues ya conocieron a la
a la voz,
abuelita.
a la
A
actriz.
la actriz.
All right,
Bueno,
so
pues,
Nos
so let's get
divertimos
to work.
mucho.
let's get to work.
All right,
Let's
bueno,
get to
hasta
work.
mañana. We love you. We
We
appreciate you, and
we
we are here.
for each other.
Yes, we are. Y un placer haber estado con ustedes.
Claro que sí, and come back.
All right, here we go. Where is it? Wave, as we say.